And today we're going to discuss about multiplying together two numbers, which is a really useful skill to have. Zoe, why don't you give me a two-digit number?
What about 61?
61, and we're happy that's got two digits, a 6 and a 1, two digits, and we're going to multiply that by another number. So Sarah, can you give me a number?
49.
49, again another two-digit number. So the method I'm going to do is I'm going to construct a small, simple grid which will help us find the answer. 61 has how many digits, Zoe?
2.
And 49 has how many digits, Sarah?
2.
So I'm going to draw a 2 by 2 shape. Like this. In this case, this grid is a square, and 2 by 2 gives me 4 smaller squares. Now the next thing is, we have to bisect these squares, i.e. chop them in half, but on the diagonal, like this. And I've extended it out a little to the left because that's going to help me form my answer. Each individual digit should either go at the top of a column or the end of a row. So I'm going to do the 61 across the top, so simply write the 6 above the first column and the 1 above the second column. Okay. And the 49 goes down the side, so the 4's at the end of one row, and the 9's at the end of the other row. The way that we fill in the shape is we look at the individual squares within the shape. So, for example, this top left-hand square there. And the way that we find out the number that goes in that shape, or what we put in that shape, is we multiply together the number that's at the top of the column that it's in by the number at the end of the row. And 6 times 4 is 24, and that goes in the pattern that I've made, with tens above the diagonal, units below. So 6 times 4 is 24, 2 tens, 4 units. So Zoe, if I fill in this square now, what number's at the top of the column that that square is in, this square here?
Number 1.
Yeah, there we go. And what number's at the end of the row is it in?
4.
And so therefore multiply those two numbers together to get?
To get 4.
Okay. No tens in 4. Make sure you have the 0 tens. If this is the case, 4 units. Right, so now let's move on to this square. Sarah, what do I multiply together to?
6 times 9.
6 times 9, because 6 is at the top of the column that square is in. 9's at the end. 6 times 9 is 54. And finally, can we see that in the final box we do 1 multiplied by 9, Zoe?
Yes.
1's at the top of the column, 9's at the end of the row.
Yeah. 1
times 9 is 9, no tens, 9 units. And my grid is filled in. Now to find the answer we have to add down the diagonals, starting with the bottom right diagonal. That's really important. So we go bottom right and then we move across like that. So if I add the numbers in the bottom right diagonal, Zoe, what do I get?
9.
That's right. So the only number in that bottom diagonal is a 9. Moving across one, Sarah, what do I get?
8.
Yeah. Next I've got 0, add 4, add 5, which is 9. And in my final diagonal I've just got the number 2. And the answer now is around the outside of the diagram, 2,989. And I would say to make that a complete answer, I would have to write 61 multiplied by 49 equals, really important piece of syntax there in our writing, 2,989. And that's a complete piece of maths. So you can see, and we're done.